Whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, family. Of course, I'm tuning in. You see me without the glasses off today. But if you're looking for some opportunities, particular advertisement opportunities, then look no further at the link at the bottom to my email address. You can hit me up for advertisement opportunities. We are supporting and promoting your businesses here on this channel. You can also, if you would like to donate and subscribe to our Patreon, a link is at the bottom as well. So you have multiple ways in which you can advertise with the platform by emailing me when we go on do our live stream. You also have access to premium content, those that want to see premium content that you will not find here on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, as I am suspended probably by now. You guys can check out the Patreon at link at the bottom. But advertisement opportunities, definitely email me, gavin.grich1@gmail.com for rates. And for the Patreon, it is the same as the YouTube channel. It is channel gboot2786. All right, I'll holla. Peace. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe. Welcome to another edition of Gavin Richard Presents here on channel gboot2786, on Facebook, Gavin Richard, and on Periscope at GavinRich2786. Our topics are as follows tonight: the rise of the Karens and the Carmens. Rest in peace, Brother Biz Markie. And our last topic, DA Kevin Steele to appeal. Yeah, we'll be talking about that. So sit back and relax. This is another edition of Gavin Richard Presents, the hottest live stream on Sunday nights. It is Random Topic Sundays. Now, of course, I'm going to get a copyright strike for playing my own song, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm in a good mood. And I'll get it cleared up a little bit later. So let's feel the groove and get on the floor. It's time to get on up.
Girl, come on. Gotta dance to the beat. Cause on the dance floor is where we live. Show me what you got. Gotta feel the groove. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Right now the party's wasted. There's nothing much to do. But once the groove gets started, tell me, what do you have to lose? Just look into my eyes, girl, as we glide across the room. And what to my surprise now, the beat takes hold of you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, start to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Tell the DJ play the whispers. Rock steady in the mood. Put on earth, wind, and fire. Tonight we're gonna groove. Show me how you do the four corners. Electric slide or two. Hit the bus stop or do the body hop, baby. It's really up to you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get all up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, start to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Now, 2020 hasn't been the best year of all times. We've been dealing with death, the pandemic, racism, bad policing, and all the bad rhymes. But like Uncle Snoop once said, if you're breathing, you're achieving. So if you're ready, I need you all to get on up. Are you ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Get your butt on the dance floor. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. This jam we appreciate. We're gonna slide and step on the beat. On the dance floor is where we'll feel the groove. Get on the floor. Get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, start to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on the floor. Yeah, gotta get on. Come on, baby, gotta get on. Baby, feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on.
All right. Feel the groove. Get on the floor. Time to get on up. Welcome to another edition of Gavin Richard Presents, ladies and gentlemen, here on this beautiful Sunday evening, minus the mosquitoes. Whoever you are, wherever you are, hope you are blessed and doing safe right now. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are hot here. We got people that are joining in on the Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Guys, I hope everyone is doing safe and blessed. Shout out to Danny Meyer from outside Thibodaux, Louisiana. All right, my fellow Booty. Misfits 1989 says shalom, peace and blessings to you. I want to thank you all again to the 1,000 subscribers, my 1,000 plus subscribers that I have here on this channel. The channel is now monetized, although YouTube takes a chunk of it. I will ask you all again to please donate to the Patreon if you can. The Patreon is the link at the bottom. You see it right there, patreon.com/gboot2786 for exclusive content. I'm going to be uploading. I guess I can talk about it right now because I did a previous video where I talked about fighting censorship, and I didn't even play my intro song at that time because, as many of you know, I get an automatic copyright strike. And I guess it's just something I got to work out with my distributor because whenever that song plays, they have the ID force that's out there that can recognize your song, your copyright from anywhere, and they will hit you with a copyright strike. That's what YouTube does. And I, this past week, had a copyright strike on one of my videos where my video was flat out blocked. And this was a video I did 2 weeks ago, and I've been reviewing it. I do not know exactly why my video from not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before that, it was the Thursday before the 4th of July, I did a live stream about Bill Cosby's conviction being overturned. And I did that 2-hour Random Topic Thursday video that I did with Brother Andrew Jones, the lawyer, as well as Al Lanier out of Hawaii, and with Brother Sean James. Shout out to Sean if he's in the chat. He's not, because when it's a Thursday or Friday, he's either here with me, and if it's Friday, he's doing his live stream, and all other times he's doing his own thing because he has no time for anything else. But I got a strike for a copyright block on one of my videos from July. It says, and I don't know how I even got copyright content on here. But someone claimed that I had used some material that was copywritten, and it's from Complex Networks and Affiliates. I'm going to show you what I got here. And I know exactly who it is. I have an idea of who it is, but I don't even remember playing this. Look at the email notice I got. Okay, y'all see that? It's not a copyright strike, but they have blocked it and can no longer be played on YouTube. So he's saying that I had copywritten material. And if you recognize what the content is by looking at that, that is Vlad, Culture Vulture Vlad, that hit me with a copyright strike. And I recognize it because I noticed when I copy and paste it. Hold on, let me show you. I copy and paste it in here. You go hit it in the Google bar. This is what comes up. Now, I in no way, shape, or form, and I can go back and check the video. I don't recall. I think that is, if that is Vlad's network, let me know. But I know that's him because when I put that in there, that came up. And it's exactly Tom Mesereau on Pennsylvania DA promising to prosecute Bill Cosby if elected. And that was the content ID that they claimed. I don't recall ever using his work. I have no reason to. Now, I need to go back and look at the video if I can. But, oh, hold on 1 second. So, yeah, so that came up and they took down my video. I can't play it. So you subscribe to the Patreon. I'm really uploading that tonight as we speak. And you all can go there. But I'm going to start having to put my stuff on Patreon because I'm getting fed up with this. I've worked so hard to get over 1,000 subscribers and better. I've had to overcome censorship. I've had to overcome them scrubbing my channel for my subscribers, people not getting their alerts when I'm on here. And I've had enough of this bull. So another issue I have with it too, a lot of people, I'm not saying there are people that don't support me, but you know, you work hard putting up this content. You're not getting paid for it. As most of you know, this is not something, unless you have thousands of subscribers, in the 100,000s or even in the millions, you'll get contributors. And I'm not complaining because it does take time to build this stuff up, but I'm upset and frustrated that there are other people who are trying to prevent you from making a living and from doing something, and it's a daggone shame. It is a shame. It's outright BS. I'm not cursing fully like I used to. I'm trying to watch it for the night, as hard as that is to believe. But, you know, there's no money. I mean, they've taken money from, you know, they take a big cut out of your channel. Well, even when your channel's monetized, you're only getting 55% back, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I only make money if you guys can donate and contribute. So that's why I ask you to please contribute. Some of you are asking me to do videos or talk about certain topics. I'm happy to do that, but contribute to the channel if you could, please. And, you know, I understand things are tough. There's some people who can't do it. I'm not complaining about it. Even if you don't, and don't do it. Even if you don't contribute, I still talk about the same stuff. I still, you know, I interviewed Tom Mesereau on this channel. I've interviewed Judge Joe Brown. I didn't make that exclusive content like I would put on my Patreon. I made it for everybody because there's important information to get out to the people. So that's the main reason why I do it. But, you know, we all have to support ourselves, our families, And, you know, if anything you guys can contribute anyway, if you like, just by liking, sharing, subscribing, getting more people to subscribe to the channel is great. But if you can get people to go to the Patreon right there and support, that's even better. But I certainly am getting frustrated with, I'm getting frustrated with what has been going on. But yeah, Vlad, you can go pluck yourself, because I know it's you that did that by putting that in. And I'm very sure, I'm positive, I did not have that video up there with Tom Mesereau. Because I'm looking at the topic, what they're claiming is content ID. I didn't have that on there. I don't know where that came from. I can go back and double check. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm more than 100%. I'm willing to bet the farm. I know for a fact I didn't. You know how I can tell? Is because when you put it in here, notice the dates on it. I got that strike on July 14th or 16th rather. Today is the 18th. You said 2 days ago. I did that interview with Andrew Jones and Al Lanier 2-3 weeks ago. So it wasn't even the right time. I'm looking more into it, guys. I definitely will fight this. But that is frustrating. I'm gonna look at the video again. It's 2 hours and 20 something minutes. I had some stuff in there. There were different videos I showed, but I'm pretty confident we didn't discuss Vlad, because y'all know most of the time that video I remember, that live stream I did with the only videos that I showed was the CNN video with I broke down what Andrew Cuomo was saying, that lie he was telling about Bill Cosby. And when he was interviewing Bill Cosby's lawyer. That's what I had up there. That's the only videos I remember sharing, and that was over 10. And you got to remember this too. I had multiple people commenting on this subject. So it wasn't like I was going through videos and played it. So I don't know where this came from. I honestly don't know. But it's got to be him. I need all the Royals and Royalettes, the G-Boot gang. I want y'all to look up Complex Networks and affiliates. Who are the affiliates? I know Complex, the online news outlet, if you want to call it news. ComplexNetworks.com. I know who they are. I do not know if they have a relationship with Vlad, probably. But this upsets me. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this. But yeah, we fighting censorship even to this day, man. But so this is Complex Networks. So in 2006, there was a joint venture between Verizon and Hearst. Now, I have done topics concerning Hearst Communications because it does relate to Bill Cosby in a way, shape, or form, being that they own A&E and A&E Networks had that Cosby, the Women Speaks documentary that they did. So could this be retaliation? But look here, look how much Hearst owns 50% of Complex Networks. Verizon owns the other 50%. I'm going to deal with this later because I got other bigger fish to fry tonight. I don't want to spend too much time on it. But that's interesting. I'm gonna still download the video. You guys can watch it on the Patreon because it's gonna be available privately for everyone. People that subscribe to the link there. Please hit that Cash App if you can. Gavin Richard Esquire. Gavin Richard Esquire. Where's Black Mom? I haven't seen her in ages. Y'all reach out to Black Mom. I don't know where she's at. She might be listening in. I know she can't. She works in the school system, so she can't be working right now. I doubt, unless she's got another job or whatever. But hopefully she's there. All right, so let's get into what I wanted to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, many of you know. I guess I'll just get started with the sad news of the passing of hip hop legend Biz Markie. Biz Markie passed away this past week. I believe he had been in recovery from, or been in hospice care, if I'm not mistaken. He passed away on this past Friday, actually. It had been reported a couple of weeks ago. You remember they were trying to say that Biz Markie had already died, but that wasn't the case. Biz was still alive. It said here that he was called the Clown Prince of Hip Hop. He infused music with so much fun and humor. Of course, his biggest hit is Just a Friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. Would you say he's just a friend? Would you say he's just a friend? Oh, baby, Yeah. Biz, and I don't remember the song, so I remember the song, but I don't remember Biz coming up. You know, the closest thing I remember with Biz Markie that I remember him in was actually in the late 90s. Many of you all may not remember this, but in the early 90s, near the end of their 5th season, In Living Color brought Biz Markie on, and he did a few guest spots on the show, and he was playing different characters. He played Wanda's Jamie Foxx's character. He played his her sister, I guess, and Biz Markie was on that series. I remember he did a few skits. They did the Dirty Dozens. Yeah, it was Ugly Woman, Wanda's sister. I don't know if I can play it because then I'll get hit. I'm dealing with another copyright strike. But that was Biz, and I know how we feel about the black man wearing the dress. But I would be lying to you, and I would be a hypocrite if I didn't tell you I didn't laugh at Wanda or Shanae with Martin. You know, those characters. I thought they were funny as a kid, and even today, if I'm sitting at home and Martin comes on Living Color, and I remember when Jamie Foxx did the Wanda character. I remember laughing when Tommy Davidson would come on. Thank you, Boss Queenie. Yeah, I will fight that one. That definitely is a fight. But yeah, but like I did love In Living Color, but yeah, but that's how I knew Biz Markie, and then he did the Dirty Dozens episodes with, and a lot of people don't know this too, but Biz was also in the Men in Black 2 movie. He played one of the aliens in the post office shop, so that's Biz there. You know, he and Will Smith were beatboxing each other. I think he and Will are actually close friends in real life, and of course, I can imagine that because they were all coming up in the industry together at that time. That was the late '80s. You know, Will Smith debuted in '86 when he did "Parents Just Don't Understand," and he's the DJ. I'm the rapper. Songs like "Nightmare on My Street," "Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble." I remember all of that. But Biz Markie, I remember him being in the Men in Black 2 series. I actually met Biz Markie. He was DJing at a event in Baton Rouge I went to way back in the day. Wow, about 13, probably about 13, 14 years ago. Biz Markie was in Baton Rouge, and I got to dap him off, but he wasn't really trying to talk to me because he was DJing. So it's like, "Hey, Biz," and he dapped me off and shook my hand. That was it, and went back to work. But apparently, from what it's reading in this report, I think Biz was uh, obviously he had been sick for a while, because I remember they say that he was having he had been. They originally said he was dead, if you remember, about a month ago, and then his representatives put out a statement saying that Biz was still alive, that it wasn't true. But apparently he had some health issues. Doesn't say much from the reports that I'm reading. But his manager left a statement saying Biz created a legacy of artistry that will forever be celebrated by his industry peers and his beloved fans, whose lives he was able to touch through music spanning over 35 years. Beloved in the music industry for his lighthearted persona, Biz Markie even had a dance name for him. Biz's real name was Marcel Hall. He was born in New York City, and he was rapping in local clubs until he caught the attention of Marley Marl in 1985. And he began working as a human beatbox with artists like MC Shan and Roxanne Shante. Now, MC Shan was interesting. Shan claims, and I believe him, he was actually going to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that character was written for him, because the guy who created it was Benny Medina, but he claimed Medina made a pass at him, because Benny Medina is gay in real life. And, you know, he said, and he's real, and this is his words. He says, I'm not no, he said, "What, do I have to suck your dick or something like that?" He told him, "I ain't no faggot." Now, those were his words. I'm talking about MC Shan. I'm not using that. But, he called Benny Medina a faggot to his face. And that's why he didn't get that role. Yeah, I did cover that Thursday. He doesn't need to be in that. Well, what's up, Shaq? Well, let me just say this about the black man in the dress. Nowadays, I see that it's played out. Back then, like when Flip Wilson did it, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, it was funny as hell. Now you see it, it's old. It's old. It's played out, nigga. It's played out. I don't want to see that. But that was in the 90s at that time. When they had Martin, when they had In Living Color, and those guys were going out all the way to get a laugh. I don't know if those shows, because they talked about bringing In Living Color back. I don't know if those shows could survive PC, if they could survive political correctness. I doubt it would. There were a lot of the woke crowd would be upset with it, with some of the things that they did. But look, there was a lot of knowledge that was dropped in Living Color. I know people didn't like that, but then again, too, the flip side of it, when you had the Wanda character, I do know they had Jim Carrey doing Vera DeMilo. Now he was making fun of the steroid stuff. What's a girl to do? I remember that. That was funny too. So let's see. Biz is survived by his wife. He was on Crank Yankers. Yeah, that song he wrote, Just a Friend, that basically was his best known songs, platinum selling, lead single off of his sophomore album, The Biz Never Sleeps. His debut album was going off, and that featured underground hits like Vapors and Pulling Boogers. uh, he also opened for Chris Rock. I didn't know this, but he opened for Chris Rock's comedy tour and was a sought out after DJ for countless star-studded events. I don't know if he had children. Doesn't say that, but it says he did have a wife. Uh, I don't know if Biz had diabetes or what it was, why he was ill. They don't say. But a lot of people are speaking out on his death. This is a picture of Biz Markie with the Beastie Boys. Oh, so that's the Beastie Boys. Yeah, so he had type 2 diabetes, so that was the problem. Man, you gotta get your stuff in control. That runs in my family. So what I've been doing, I've actually given up certain foods myself, or cutting back on them. I exercise more and more. Another problem too is stress, man. Stress kills. I hear stress adds on to diabetes and stuff like that. A lot of people may not realize that, but stress is a silent killer. That's his wife, and she wrote a good heart stopped beating this evening, and I was there for the last one. Biz fought to the end, like the true legend he is. Biz passed his strength to me during his transition while holding his hand. He knows I'll need to carry it on the rest of my life without him. Rest King Biz. I don't know if Biz had children. They don't indicate it, but a lot of people, Mike D even said something positive. Some words on our friend and collaborator, Biz Markie. He said, "We are so grateful to have so many unforgettable experiences with the truly unique and ridiculously talented Biz Markie." Mike D wrote alongside a photo taken by the late Ricky Powell. "We will miss his presence deeply in so many ways. In the 90s, Biz would often show up at our G-Son studio in Atwater, California. Naturally, every visit would start with a trip to the candy store, which in this case was actually a liquor store across the street. Regardless, he would always return happy with a brown paper bag full of treats. Once he had his sugar fix, he would typically grab a mic and sing whatever song he wanted, looking at us as if we'd know exactly what to play. And somehow, he was usually right. Yeah, sugar fix. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, man. But rest in peace, brother Biz Markie. Nevertheless, 57 years old, man. That's too young. That is way too young. But shout out to him and his family. Add more cinnamon in your diet too. Yeah, cinnamon I see helps. Uh, Ginger. Another thing too you can add in your diet. Eat cutting out. Well, not adding to your diet, but subtracting to your diet is the carb amount intake that you have. See, this I eat apples. Apples I know are good for you. Even though there's sugar in it naturally, there are properties that they have that help regulate your cholesterol and so forth. They also help with hair growth, which in my case, I'd have to eat a whole barrel. Um, the other thing too, exercise and getting out a lot. Even walking, guys, is helpful. So it's not just about eating certain foods, it's also about cutting stuff out. But yeah, I hear cinnamon works for you. Even berries, if you eat CL, are good. Blackberries, blueberries, I hear are good for you, especially if you're diabetic. Uh, those things are helpful. Another thing I do to lose weight, I'm eating oatmeal. That's good. But yeah, get up in the morning, before you go to work, walk around your neighborhood, then do it again in the evening. If you can't hit the gym, at least try and walk or run, because that burns sugar. Yeah, Louisiana is bad because we got all that food out here, man. All that good tasting food. Everything that tastes good, I guess, is bad for you. Everything that tastes bad is good for you. Like, I hated oatmeal as a kid, but I've been eating it more and more just so that I can, to lose weight. And that's what I've been doing. Now, I have my days of struggle because I'm on the road most of the time, so I don't prepare foods. And I think that's another issue. Most people don't prepare foods. That's why it's called fast food. You go to Burger King or McDonald's or Raising Kings or whatever, it's just fast and quick. I don't feel like cooking anything. People do that, and that's what's bad for you. So you got to also have a meal plan. So those are things to do too. Yeah, but okay. But yeah, but rest in peace to Biz Markie. This year, I mean, we've lost a lot of hip hop stars. Look, Shock G, DMX, uh, your boy from the dude from Houdini, brother from Houdini who died. Yeah, Ecstasy Fletcher, he died. Uh, Black Rob. Yeah, it's been a bad year, man. It's been bad. It's like 2020 it still hasn't left, but we'll get through this, man. We'll get through this. Y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. So the next thing we're going to talk about too, uh, I guess we'll get to this now. The rise of the Karens and the Carmens. Now, you have probably already seen this video, ladies and gentlemen. It has gone viral, but I want to play it for you all. You all have seen this.
No, it's you. It's you. Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, no.
She attacked her.
Now you are. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me. And now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me.
God, her
She
voice.
tried to hit me. Now I want security.
Her voice is like a whistle, a dog's whistle. She sounds like Beaker from the Muppets. Or how about Chimp from the Three Stooges after he replaced Curly? This woman her name is Abigail Elpick. Abigail Elpick. A woman by the name of the sister who recorded this, her name is Ijoma Ukenta, who's black. She was shopping at Victoria's Secret at North Jersey Short Hills Mall when she encountered the white woman who had subsequently been identified as Abigail Elpick. While their initial reaction was not captured on video, Insider reports that according to Ukenta, it all started with Elpick, who was not wearing a mask in the videos that were captured, getting uncomfortably close to Ukenta as she browsed. When Ukenta asked her to move 6 feet away, She says Elpchick went to the cash register and claimed Ukenta had threatened her. The first recording starts with Elpchick appearing to rush Ukenta before realizing she is filming. Ukenta was filming. Then she has an apparent breakdown. The rest of the videos document Elpchick's allegedly screaming at Ukenta to stop recording her, crying, appearing to faint or pretend to faint, shaking on the floor, insisting Ukenta is threatening her, and more. At one point, even appear to chase her around the store, all while insisting she's having a breakdown and Ukenta was filming it. So the small security arrives, as did the police. Elpchick called the police, and the police report reveals that Elpchick claims to have an anxiety disorder and suffered a panic attack, and was getting worried that she was going to lose her job and so forth. But look, the news is being reported that Ukenta was not happy with the way the authorities handled the situation and started a GoFundMe to hire a lawyer, according to the Independent. And the campaign, they're saying she raised over, I'm looking at this, the sister raised over $105,000 for this campaign. You can look at it right here. So she's a black Muslim from Nigeria.
You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself.
Now, these are the women that are dangerous and awkward to us, because these are the ones that will get you lynched.
Yeah.
And they allowed all of this.
Crazy lady. In case she attacked me and try to say I attacked her. Look at this. Get away from me! Oh, y'all better get this lady! Get away from me! You're look at this. Security!
Oh my God! Look, nobody's stopping her.
Look at this.
She's a terrible actress. This is what got Emmett Till lynched.
Get her away from me! Get her away from me! Get her away from me! No, I gotta just protect myself. She's trying to attack me. No.
Yeah, she did right. You got to record this, because
She said
it'll be your word against hers.
It's to protect me. Once the law get here, who they gonna believe? Her white ass or my black ass? Get her away from me, please! Stop her recording from me! Where is security? And it's Short Hills, y'all. Oh my God, and it's Short Hills. Get her away! I gotta stop coming here. Oh, I thought this was the safe mall. She's recording me. No, she's recording me. I know. Myself? No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No. We're not doing this. She's recording me.
The bad actress.
She's recording me. She has poor purple hair, and she's She's lying on the phone. Don't tell me what to do. She said I threatened her. Well, I don't give a fuck about her being sick. I'm worried about me. You hear this? Yo, y'all can't do y'all hear this? This stuff y'all read about. This is real.
Yeah. They gotta come to the aid of the white girl. Yeah, she did right, because had she not had the camera there, it would be her word against her, her word against hers, and who knows what side those other people would have taken. More than likely, they would have taken her side. You saw how the woman was talking about, can you not record her? She's sick. And the sister was like, no, I ain't worried about how she's sick. I'm worried about me. This is for my safety.
Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get approach her. You scaring me. Like you gonna go postal. No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No. We're not doing this. Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get away. Go wherever you want to go. This is crazy. Aggressive with me. Get aggressive like that with her. She already said she tried to attack me. I want her to.
I recorded. I'm going to
put the item back in front of me. She begins.
I'm trying to see when the police
like right in my face. I said, "Excuse me." Then she just completely went over to them, asked them to call security. Went off. She dropped on the floor. She screamed. She chased me. As a matter of fact, where is she?
Well, I don't know exactly right now who you're referring to.
Here we go.
Is everything okay?
No, I feel in danger. No, everything's not okay. Ask them. She chased me. Excuse me, ma'am. You're the manager, right? Could you come over here and tell them what this lady did? She chased me around the store. I was attacked in the mall, almost attacked in the mall. The manager, I had to run behind her. I chased him around. He's telling me he can escort me to my car, but she's not. She doesn't have to leave the mall. I'm not finished shopping. I have 2 other stores to go to.
I don't work for the mall. I can't order her out.
Yeah, but you work for Milburn. I was just almost assaulted in this mall.
I can't. No security can answer. What I'm saying is, I'm not telling you I can't.
I'm not saying that, but if the shoe was on the other foot, and I would have tried to attack her white ass, you would have me escorted out this mall. And that's just how I feel. This woman, mind you, the manager told him. The manager told me he chased, huh?
I wish you didn't feel that way.
I do feel that way. I do feel that way. I was just almost attacked and assaulted, and you telling me 3 times, and he can't
kill the rabbit. Kill the rabbit.
If you have any concerns,
well, I'm going to this lady. This the lady they won't kick out the mall. I'm a dog. I want to see if she act up in front of y'all, what y'all would do. So he's telling me that, first of all, the manager already said she tried to attack me. I want her to leave the mall. I don't understand why she can't be escorted out the mall. She tried to attack me twice. She should be escorted out the mall. Okay. See this?
Yeah.
And she's crying, and they just being all sympathetic to her tears. I don't care about her white tears.
I'm going through the channel differently.
She needs to be escorted out the mall. She chased me around the store and tried to attack me twice. I'm
trying not to be here long tonight, but gosh, it's almost 10 o'clock now.
Case number, please, for today, because I'm definitely gonna go straight through just because of your partner's smugness.
what's that?
Yeah, the way your partner looked back at me like, like I don't have time for that.
She'll be wearing a long sleeve tie-dye shirt, black pants. She has a flower on her left wrist of impression of competition.
She's saying her rights were violated.
All right, so if you would, that's what you're working on. Just if you can send the initial videos, you know.
Okay, can I have the case number for today?
Sure.
24 update. I am at the police station. I have the police report, which is somewhat true, but really, really long. I'm happy I did record because even the officer stated that I only showed him the video of her laying on the floor when I showed him everything. Oh, and guys, I have her name now. Gotcha, bitch. So excuse me, bitch.
So she ended up going to the police station after this incident happened. But I'm going to play for you. So the rise of the Karens, that's what the topic is right now. But I also want to talk about the rise of the Carmens. The Carmens, and this is an incident that occurred. See, we think we have allies in the community. We don't. And I saw Harvey Superboy do a video about this, talking about, well, this is a Hispanic woman, this is not white. But you got to remember, a lot of Latinos still identify as white. The dominant society, just like Asians, even though they may be Asian, even though they may be Latino, they will identify with the dominant society, which is white America. So as I play this next video, I didn't want to play all of that, but this sister obviously went back to, she did right by recording it. But I want to show you this next video. This happened out in California. You guys can see it. Apparently, they tried to come at this young black man. This Hispanic woman accused the black man of stealing her cell phone out at a Walmart. Now, I have the video here. And what happened to the freaking video? I hate when they do this. Oh, man. Yeah, the Elmer Fudd looking way soldier. Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. Hold on. I had it. Okay. So this is out from ABC7 Los Angeles. I got to give them that credit before I get hit with a copyright claim. Of course, this video is being shared. No, previous videos have been shared only for purposes of criticism, news, as well as educational purposes.
On what happened to his cell phone. The phone is missing. When the woman accuses Bryant of stealing it, following him to the parking lot, he starts recording.
She runs up to me and says, "Excuse me, you have my son's phone?"
She threatens to call police. Bryant says that scared him, so he stayed.
I did not want to look guilty getting in my car. She then be on the phone with the police and tells them, "Oh, he stole my phone." They pull me over. I don't have a phone. They say I done sold it or something, and I'm getting beat up.
We're staying here until you give me my phone because it marks that you're here.
I don't have a phone.
No.
Ma'am, you're really crazy. You're following me now.
Now I am.
The woman's Find My iPhone app indicating the phone was near where the two were standing, close to her car.
Well, wait until the police are here.
So,
You said it yourself.
What would happen when you're wrong? What happens? What do I get? Just an apology?
Sure.
She follows Bryant back into the store. Minutes later, this.
Her son found the phone. Her son found it, but it was in the car.
Instead of an apology,
Okay, that's okay.
to hear Bryant has 5 children. He wants them all to see the video, to remember to stay calm and speak the truth at all times.
I want my men and my women I'm raising to be men and women of integrity. Even if it costs them their life, I want my children to do what's right.
So she called the police on this man. This is out in Moreno Valley, and likely could have gotten this man beaten up, killed, perhaps over a damn cell phone. That she was an iPhone. She actually had the opportunity to go ahead, find that phone. She did not need even to call the police to do that. If she had, it was an iPhone. They can find that instantly. If you have Find My iPhone app on your phone, you can locate. If you're good, close friends with a particular person, you want to find out where they are, they track you on your phone. So the young boy found the phone in Walmart. She did not apologize to this man and instead cursed him out, which showed that she was a Carmen. So you have the white women who are Karens and the Carmens who are Latino. So in this instance, that brother, I'm glad he was calm and proved her to be an idiot. Proved her to be an idiot and a liar because she said she would apologize. She didn't. I'm trying to see. We don't know who this woman is. I don't know if she works for Walmart. I don't think she worked at Walmart, but all I know is that they were at the Walmart and this is what happened. Apparently, she asked him if she had his phone. Bryant, we don't know who she is, but we will soon find out because the internet does not fail, guys. The internet is undefeated in finding out who these people are. And I'd have cussed her clean out. I'd have flipped her off at least. Well, that's in our nature, Stephanie D. We have a godlike nature. We spirit, that African spirit that John Henry Clark talks about, how we love everybody, we pray for everybody, we want to help everybody, and we let others go in front of us. They won't do it for us, though. They will not do it for us. And, I'm not talking about individuals, but I'm talking about as a group. Those people will not be doing that for us. Now, this brother could have been killed. And again, having a camera, having it recorded does help your side of the situation, especially if you get into a legal matter. But we know that white supremacists and racists do what they want to do, regardless of whether they're on camera or not. They're going to do what they want to do because they want to be right when they're wrong. Just like that old In Living Color sketch that David Wayans did, where he was a runaway slave in the 1990s and arguing with David Allen Greer's character. You must be one of them house niggas. You got to realize them white folks, they want to be right even when there's wrongs. We sorry, sir, when I bump into the white jogger. We sorry, sir. We sorry, sir. So she works for a pharmaceutical company. They know her name. I mean, and yeah, look, just like what you saw in those two videos, when you work for the pub, when you work even though you work privately, anything that you do now, because everybody has a camera, everybody's following you, anyone takes a picture, you can lose your job by how you act. That's something that can happen to anybody right now. So you got to watch your steps. I mean, even me being on this channel on YouTube, while we have freedom of speech, I'm aware that there may be some doors and opportunities closing because when I share my opinion or give my topics, there are people who are in higher positions than I am who may not like my opinions, that don't like my voice. So it's going to close some doors. And that's okay because I'm building my own house. So that's the mindset that you have to take. But with this woman here, especially since she works for a pharmaceutical company, or I would hope she wouldn't work out in public or work with individuals. I hope she's not a lawyer, which I don't think she is. But I'm grateful that this man at least recorded it. But we got to get out of that mindset of looking out for everyone. I'm not saying that we can't look out for individuals and people you're cool with and helping others down the way, but we always got to take the high road. No matter what. They go low, we go high. It gets frustrating when I see that. And she did that in front of her children, so her kids are going to act like that. What are her kids thinking about that? Mom, how you reacted to that man? how you talk to that man. You flipped him off. You were gonna call you called the police on him to kill. And anytime you call the police, there's a death sentence. And he even said he got pulled over. So I don't know what happened with that. Here's another video. I just saw this on the same web page. This is a different video. I don't know where this is coming.
The LA County District Attorney will review hundreds of cases involving a retired LAPD detective because of what he was caught saying on camera over the weekend. Eyewitness News reporter Leticia Juarez shows us.
In this now viral video, a former Los Angeles police detective is captured, hurling racist slurs at a black man. The incident happened on Saturday in Santa Clarita, following a traffic accident. Uriel Barraza began recording the heated exchange on his cell phone after he says the two almost came to blows.
Started recording after that, and that's when I got, him saying that racist thing about him in a cage, and I was just like, oh, that is not right.
Barraza says both men used the N-word, but it was the detective who took it to the next level. The LAPD has confirmed the person in the video is a former detective assigned to the Operation Central Bureau Homicide, who retired in May of last year. It's news that came as a shock to Barraza.
Somebody who was taking care of us out, in public, is actually one of them, like being a racist towards like people with skin color, and I don't know. It's shocking, honestly.
The incident has prompted the district attorney's office to announce it would review 370 cases the detective handled.
Under the law, we are required, once we become aware of someone having racist tendencies, as in the case of this individual.
That's going to be a lot of paperwork.
We have to notify the defense lawyers in all the cases that this individual may have been a witness or participated in the investigation.
The LAPD has launched its own internal investigation. Chief Michael Moore called the comments made in the video wrong and corrosive to the LAPD.
We see something like this that undermines the public's confidence about the intention of our people, their hearts, and their respect for people.
Chief Moore says because the detective is no longer an employee with the LAPD, it would be limited in what disciplinary action it could take.
We need to stop paying these mothers. Take away their pension. He can't do anything because he's retired. I get he's retired legally from a legal perspective. But only way you're going to hurt these people is when you hit them in their pockets. That's the truth. Not we shall overcome. Not I love you. Let's go to a picnic together. They don't care about that. They do not care about that. I got to shout out Nicole from Nicole's View. She did an interesting video. I hope she's watching. She probably isn't, but shout out to Nicole because Nicole did a very good interview with Braxton Cosby, the nephew of Bill Cosby. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, Danielle, but I think you're trying to say it's one of the most corrupt police departments in the country. They are. They have a long history with that. I mean, look, LAPD, look how they botched Biggie Smalls' murder. Look how they botched Robert Kennedy's murder. Sam Cooke. A whole bunch of people. OJ. They have a repeated history of doing this stuff. So, guys, use your cameras, use your phones, record all of this stuff, man, because when you're recording this information, it stands as a testament to the truth. So be cool, record, and just let them implode like that Karen did, because they basically made asses of themselves. You did nothing. They did it all for you. I want y'all to check out my website, Nornie's Creole Blends. Nornie's Creole Blends. That is the seasoning company. That is my seasoning company. You guys can order some seasoning if you like, and you can do that now. You can check out the shop. Try it on chicken, meat, or fish. And all this goes great with every dish. Yeah, I created this website with me and my father. We have been working on this. What's up, Keju? Yeah, I've been trying to work the kinks out on the website because I'm trying to get my postage and stuff down. But you know, people can still order it, and I'll still try and send it out to you, and I'll tell you how much it'll cost. But the shipping and handling cost with it, yeah. So I'm just working that out. But you know, this is being an entrepreneur is not an easy job, man. It's 24/7. I'm running my law office and I'm running this. I'm also doing my music. More music is to come this year, most definitely. I think I'm gonna have 2 albums out. I think I'm gonna do a comedy album. I wanted to do one last year, and actually for some time, but you know, with the pandemic, that took out a lot. Uh, you know, nobody was going to. Yeah, before you place orders, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I get my I gotta do some tweaks on the pricing. It's like $6 a bottle, but of course there's some shipping and handling costs that you'd have to uh, pay for. So I'm trying to work on fixing that. But I will let y'all know. But yeah, thank you, Boss Queenie. I'd appreciate it. So, oh, I gotta show this video. I guess I can show it at the end of the topics because I got one more topic. But I got to show y'all something real funny that caught my attention today. But let's get into the next topic because I told you all Nicole had interviewed Braxton Cosby. Now, DA Kevin Steele to appeal. I have a question mark on that. But it's been reported that Kevin Steele, who is the prosecutor out of Montgomery County, is trying to possibly look and see if the Supreme Court had overstepped their bounds in overturning the conviction of Bill Cosby. Of course, you know, I've been going hard on this because this was an illegal trial, not only from the fact that Cosby should have never been prosecuted since he was given immunity by the prosecutor at that time, Bruce Castor, and he did that in a press release. He also confirmed it in an email back in 2015 and in an affidavit he gave in 2016 when he was testifying at a preliminary hearing in the Cosby case. The judge in that case, as you know, Stephen T. O'Neill, was just as prejudiced as the DA. This was all politically motivated, guys, all politically motivated. But I want you all to pay close attention to this audio. This is the type of crap that I have been talking about when they don't tell you the entire story and they leave stuff off. But Kevin Steele has announced that he is looking into the possibility of appealing this to the Supreme Court to see if they had overstepped their bounds. Now, this is a prosecutor trying to tell the highest court in the state of Pennsylvania that they did wrong interpreting this law. See, judges interpret the law. Attorneys, we practice the law. Now, I want you to take a look and listen to this. This is coming from ABC 27 out in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Listen how they also describe Bill Cosby, because Nicole talked about this when she was interviewing Andrew Wyatt. But I want you to pay very close attention. This is the crap the media likes to do.
Between Castor and
I gotta
Cosby.
rewind it.
Supreme Court rocked the legal world 2 weeks ago, and it freed convicted sex.
Why did it rock the world? It didn't rock the world for me because as a lawyer, I knew it was going to be overturned. But listen to how they describe Dr. Cosby in this video. When you're convicted of something and your conviction is overturned, you are reverted back to your prior status.
Abuser Bill Cosby. This weekend, Chief Justice Max Baer made headlines by going on This Week in Pennsylvania with me to explain that ruling, but not everybody is appreciating his comments. Chief Justice Max Baer raised eyebrows and ire when he said this on our show about Montgomery County's decision to prosecute Bill Cosby, even though a previous DA promised he wouldn't go after him criminally if Cosby testified in a civil case.
And what we said is we're not going to permit the Commonwealth, the state, through the district attorneys to engage in that kind of reprehensible bait and switch. And that's not to protect Bill Cosby. Nobody is sympathetic to Bill Cosby. That's to protect.
Like telling it, then why did you overturn the conviction? Of course it was to protect Bill Cosby. He filed the appeal. It's to protect everybody in that state, Chief Justice Baer, but you criticized the prosecutor in that agreement for bringing this. You knew this was illegal. Y'all see that?
$13 million.
But I get it. He's trying to
against that kind of conduct.
Montgomery County DA Kevin Steele heard the reprehensible bait and switch comment and issued a statement of his own, calling Baer's comments fuel on a fire of misinformation, adding, to be very clear, prosecutors in this case did not believe there was an agreement not to prosecute or immunity for the defendant at the time we moved forward on the case.
That's a lie. That is a lie, because if you look at the court exhibits, ladies and gentlemen, the Supreme Court broke it down in their ruling. If you read the 79 pages, in one of the references that they had, they referenced an email that the DA, Bruce Castor, sent to former DA, Bruce Castor sent to Ruth Furman, who was the current district attorney at that time, and stated that that agreement that I made with Cosby, hey, that still stands. That was in 2015. Kevin Steele, as we all know, ran a campaign on going to get Bill Cosby if you elect me. He ran a campaign on vote for me and I'll lock Bill Cosby up. And at the 11th hour before the case would have been outside the statute of limitations, and there's a reason why we have a statute of limitations. That's to prevent a situation like this from having lawsuits, having court proceedings that would waste the court's time. If you had every crime that was with no statute of limitations, the courts would be inundated with so much paperwork, it wouldn't even be funny. There would be no days off, literally, to get through all of those cases. That's why there's a statute of limitation. That's why we tell people, if you got a crime, if you witness a crime, report it. If you are a victim, report it immediately. You have to. You have to. Let's go back to the video.
And we do not believe it now. They note there was no written record of a deal between Castor and Cosby, and a 2-day trial on that very issue found there was no prior agreement, and the case could move forward. Cosby's team appealed that to the Supreme Court, which at the time refused to take it up. But a majority of the High Court now believes there was a deal, prosecutors reneged on it, and therefore Cosby should go free, painful as that might be.
We certainly didn't find Bill Cosby not guilty or find him innocent. What we found was that what the state did was inappropriate.
Steele's office also points out that in his February 2005 press release saying he wouldn't charge Cosby criminally, then DA Bruce Castor made no mention of any deal.
He didn't have to specifically mention that there was a deal. If he made an agreement and acknowledged that I will not prosecute Bill Cosby, then that is the deal. A prosecutor has to be careful with his words because he is an administrator of justice, just like a judge. He is an officer of the court, but he is also a person whose words hold weight. which is why when they ask you when you're taking a plea deal, now Bill Cosby was not indicted at that time, but when you take plea deals, there's a process called boycott. There's something called a boycott plea or boycotting the defendant. And what that means is when a client takes a plea deal, when a defendant takes a plea deal, the court will ask them certain questions. And I think I've explained this to you all before, but they will ask them, can you read or write in English? What's your highest level of education? Are you single? Did you graduate high school? Has anyone ever promised you anything for your divorce, for your acceptance of this plea? Did your lawyers go over this with you? And that's the key thing. Were you promised anything? Because if you were promised something, then what happens is the court has to put on the record what the defendant was promised by the DA. If I was given something in exchange for a testimony and I'm taking this plea because I am testifying, they're going to get it on the record that he is taking this plea deal because he's testifying against a co-defendant, a co-conspirator. That's what happens. I have had to work. I've done plenty of plea deals for clients. Now, it doesn't mean that the state actually has a strong case against them. A lot of clients, unfortunately, they don't want to fight or go to trial. They think it's too much. If there's something that they could work out where they get minimal jail time or no jail time at all, and they'll keep this on their record or they'll get it expunged later, they go ahead and do it just because they don't want to be bothered. That's what happens. That is what happens. I thought I would make it to this point without cursing, but you know what? I'm not gonna even do that. I'm not gonna do it. But to hell with Kevin Steele. I'll just say that much, man. But you hear the Chief Justice saying that there. So, well, we didn't find Bill Cosby's innocent. Well, why did you overturn it? The justices know that there was no evidence in that case. The whole thing was illegal. What the prosecutor's office did was inappropriate. And that's the one thing I agree with Chief Justice Max Baer. Max Baer, listen, let me tell you something about Max Baer, and this is good because it's recorded, but you go on the December 1st hearing. He's a Chief Justice now, but at that time, he was the justice because I think the other Chief Justice the Chief Justice at that time who was there stepped down. But Baer was the one who told Jennifer Bogine flat out, your client did not get a fair trial. I covered that. Hold on, let me pull up the article. I'm trying to pull it up. It was on CNN. Now, they probably scrubbed it. Okay. Yeah, listen to this. Oh, I found it. They didn't scrub it. Good. They didn't scrub it. They were tearing the prosecutors up for lunch. The state's attorneys were getting tore up from the floor up. This is what Max Baer said. Read this. Hold on. I'm gonna put the proof up. This is my source. This is my white source because if it's the white man, y'all will believe it. He says right here, Cosby's attorney Jennifer Bogine. I'm of course reading excerpts from it, not the whole thing. But this was in regards to the use of the 5 prior bad acts witnesses. Cosby's attorney Jennifer Bogine argued Tuesday in the virtual hearing that these witnesses unfairly prejudiced the jury, and some judges suggested they agreed. Baer stated to Bogine, "I tend to agree that this evidence was extraordinarily prejudicial to your client." Even as you go further, the ADA, Adrian Jate, who argued for the prosecution, she argued the prior bad act witnesses showed Cosby had a common scheme or plan in his assault. She also said their testimony showed Cosby did not make a mistake or accident in his actions. However, Justice Kevin Dougherty questioned whether the witnesses' accounts, which dated to incidents in the 1980s, were too distant to be appropriate. In addition, a female justice, Kristen Donahue, questioned whether the prior bad act witnesses were too dissimilar from Constand's allegations. Frankly, I don't see it. This is a woman. Y'all can look on the channel. I did the live stream with Nicole and with Nicole, Drew Hepkins, Drew Story News, and Brother Ron Hurd. We recorded it. Y'all saw it. So they're doing the opposite of what he's saying the opposite of what he said. Well, I didn't feel sorry for him, but you just said he didn't get a fair trial. And I get it. Most people, they didn't watch that appeals hearing. You know, people don't read. So y'all look at the CNN story. But it says here, yeah, Steele, he's trying to run again. Steele is trying to possibly look at if he could have this reviewed, because he thinks that the Chief Justice and the Supreme Court overstepped their bounds. Which I doubt he wouldn't be successful
of any
on
crime.
even
These women
just,
say they
the
will
courts
not let
agreeing
the
to
world
hear it.
forget what they know. 64 candles placed on Independence Mall tonight, one for each of the women who was accused and his convictions of aggravated indecent assault overturned. Lily Bernard, Victoria Valentino, and Stacey Pinkerton are still in.
These are the women, these three witches of Eastwick. Lily Bernard in particular, when they had her in blackface. Chief Justice Max Baer accused prosecutors of a reprehensible bait and switch in arresting Cosby in 2015, despite what he called the existence of a 2005 non-prosecution agreement. And Baer said it was memorialized in emails, it was memorialized in news conferences. Remember, you can have a contract or agreement even if it is not in writing, if it is verbal. So it says here, Montgomery County District Attorney Kevin Steele said this week he is reviewing the Supreme Court decision to see if he might challenge it. He states that the High Court revisited the facts of the case, which he called the job of the trial judge. Well, the trial judge was prejudiced. And even with a trial judge, while they look at the facts, the appellate courts, that's true, they look at any errors that were made. I stopped playing that video. They weren't even worth the possibility of getting a copyright strike. But an appeals court, they look for errors that a trial judge made. So remember, this trial judge at a preliminary hearing, he stated that not only did he not allow find Bruce Castor credible, he allowed the trial to go on. He let a juror who allegedly said we can all go home, he's guilty, still stay on the jury duty. He didn't strike him for cause. And if they did overturn the conviction, let's say they didn't focus on the Fifth Amendment issue, he could still, he would have won his appeal likely, I believe, off of the prior bad act witnesses. All bullshit. See, all BS. Hey, I said bullshit. I was doing good so far. I didn't curse. They paid this woman money just to go ahead and get it out the way. People pay money, lawyers, they pay money all the time because they don't want to be bothered with something. I'm tired. I don't feel like paying this. I don't feel like dealing with this. That's why most clients do settlements. It's not an admission of guilt. They just got bigger fish to fry. They know that people want money. They go and pay them. It's the same thing with Michael Jackson. Yeah, she's a disgrace. She has no credibility either. I think she was being reviewed, if I'm not mistaken, by the California Bar Association about some of her practices. Yeah, but we're going to be on the lookout for this, man. We're not going to let this slide. I'm still working on the book, too. I was out working on my book. I was able to get some stuff done this weekend, a few things. I'm trying to really finish up more this week. I do want to show y'all. So I wanted to just play this video. This made me laugh. Shout out to Brother John Hancock because he brought this to my attention on Facebook. But I went and looked this up. If y'all seen this video, this made my day.
Well, local foreign offenders are learning new information on a story that
Copyrighted Act of 1976. Again, this is fair use. I'm using it for criticism, news, and education purposes only.
had a lot of people talking. You and I talked about it a lot.
Even people in other states, my family, for one. We told you yesterday at 6 about Bianca Chambers, a woman who took matters into her own hands and tracked down her own stolen car. Well, tonight, Sean Lay is hearing from Detroit police about why Bianca could have ended up in handcuffs herself.
We are here today checking with police what is new. The teen involved in this facing a new charge of being a habitual offender for stealing cars, as people cheer Bianca for how she handled it all.
I feel like he just needed an old-fashioned whooping because you're going to stop stealing people's cars.
It's the comment to the local four defenders that people fed up with crime are applauding. Bianca Chambers says she did the work to track down her boyfriend's stolen white Mercedes that she drives. The car spotted on Detroit's west side multiple times. Bianca kept calling Detroit police. Wednesday, Bianca spotted the car again, called police. They were on an emergency. She didn't want to wait for that driver to get away again.
Excuse me, you got that Benz out there? Yes, you do.
This confrontation going down in a barber shop as the teen driver was waiting to have his hair done. Instead, he was pulled by his dreadlocks out of that shop, eventually arrested by DPD. Today, Bianca says police warned her that she could have also been arrested.
He could have charged me with assault from when I hit him. But at this point, I'll take anything that comes with it.
DPD says 5 calls to 911 were made each time the car was spotted. The first call had a 4-hour response time. The third call, a 43-minute response time. The final time Bianca spotted the car, police were actively on an abduction case and told Bianca to hold on.
Bianca was advised before by her dispatchers that she should not go after this person. We don't want anyone to go into danger. Call us. We'll do our best to get there as soon as possible.
Meantime, Bianca is getting a lot of love for what she did.
That I was a hero, that I did what I was supposed to do. I'm thankful for the exposure for my story as well. But, I mean, that was a risky chance I did take. I mean, I really wasn't thinking, but I just wanted my car back.
Bianca told us yesterday, and police confirmed today, that the teen now in custody does not want to press charges against Bianca for how she handled that confrontation. In Detroit, Sean Lay, Local 4. On her boyfriend's stolen white Mercedes that she drives. The car spotted on Detroit's west side multiple times. Bianca kept calling Detroit police. Wednesday, Bianca spotted the car again, called police. They were on an emergency. She didn't want to wait for that driver to get away again.
Excuse me, you got that Benz out there? Yes, you do.
This confrontation going down in a barber shop as the teen driver was waiting to have his hair done. Instead, he was pulled by his dreadlocks out.
Damn. He's got it by the scalp. And look, he's not even screaming. He's taking out the trash. Pick up the papers and the trash.
He was pulled by his dreadlocks out of that shop, eventually arrested by DPD. Today, Bianca says police warned her that she could have also been arrested.
He could have charged me with assault from when I hit him. But at this point, I'll take anything that comes with it.
DPD says 5 calls to 911 were made each time the car was spotted. The first call had a 4-hour response time. The third call, a 43-minute response time. The final time Bianca spotted the car, police were actively on an abduction case and told Bianca to hold on.
Bianca was advised before by our dispatchers that she should not go after this person. We don't want anyone to go into danger. Call us, we'll do our best to get there as soon as possible.
Meantime, Bianca is getting
They're like,
a lot
well,
of...
you should have insurance. If it's not life-threatening, we ain't coming.
of love for what she did.
That I was a hero, that I did what I was supposed to do. I'm thankful for the exposure for my story as well. But I mean, that was a risky chance I did take. I mean, I really wasn't thinking, but I just wanted my car back.
Bianca told us yesterday, and police confirmed today, that the teen now in custody does not want to press charges against Bianca for how she handled that confrontation. In Detroit, Sean Lay, Local 4.
She whipped his ass. Bring her behind. Yeah, they want to arrest her. By the time she gets the car, it's too late. There you go, charge the Karens and the Karmas. But yeah, man, but that made me laugh looking at that. That made my day. So anyway, guys, look, I'm about to wrap it up. I'd like for you all, again, if you would like to advertise with me, look at the link at the bottom to the email. Look at the email in the bottom. You can email me directly if you would like advertising rates. If you have products, I can do those and cover those here if you'd like to advertise on this channel. You can also donate to the channel. Again, we got the Cash App, Gavin Richard Esquire, Gavin Richard Esquire, to GooglePay, PayPal. That's the only way we're going to grow as a channel. Also, if you would like to join the Patreon, we're going to be uploading some videos that I'm definitely going to be challenged that copyright block I have. But we'll be uploading some videos on Patreon. The Patreon is patreon.com/gboot2786. Directly go there. All right, guys, it's been great. Check out the website, Nonny's Creole Blends. I think I'm going to have everything up and running very soon. So, Bossa Queenie, you guys can order it. And, I mean, you can probably start, emailing me for your orders eventually. And we'll go ahead and get that started where you can purchase it through the marketplace. And you can do it now, but I'm just trying to get our it's up and running, but I'm trying to get the labeling and stuff together. So I have to add all of that in. But yeah, she snatched she literally could have pulled the hairs out of his head with that. But anyway, guys, this is good old Detroit that was in too. Hope you all will be safe, be blessed. Y'all have a good weekend. Rest in power again. Rest in peace to our brother Biz Markie. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next one. I'll holla. Man, I hate it. I miss everything. Well, just watch the replay, Vulcan. Just watch the replay. All right, but I think that's about it. So in the meantime, guys, you can download and stream. Got to get on up on iTunes, Spotify, and Apple. iTunes, Spotify, and Apple. I appreciate the love and support y'all have given me. So I'll be out. I'll holla. Peace, guys.
Girl, come on. Gotta dance to the beat. Cause on the dance floor is where we'll be. Show me what you got. Gotta feel the groove. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Right now the party's wasted. There's nothing much to do. But once the groove gets started, tell me, what do you have to lose? Just look into my eyes, girl, as we glide across the room. And what to my surprise now, the beat takes hold of you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Tell the DJ play the whispers. Rock steady in the mood. Put on earth, wind, and fire. Tonight we're gonna groove. Show me how you do the four corners. Electric slide or two. Hit the bus stop, I'll do the buddy hop, baby. It's really up to you. Now if you're feeling like I'm feeling, so come on baby, let's start dealing. Time to get this party started. Ain't no time for the broken hearted. When the rhythm takes hold of you, there's only one thing left to do. Cause the beat is really moving. Time to get your body moving. Gotta get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on up. Now 2020 hasn't been the best year of all times. We've been dealing with death, the pandemic, racism, bad policing, and all the bad rhymes. But like Uncle Snoop once said, if you're breathing, you're achieving. So if you're ready, I need you all to get on up. Are you ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Get your butt on the dance floor. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. This jam we appreciate. We're gonna slide and step on the beat. On the dance floor is where we'll feel the groove. Get on the floor. Get on up and move your body. Cause when the beat is really grooving, it's time to feel your body moving. Gotta get on up and shake something. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on baby. Yeah, gotta get on. Come on, baby, gotta get on. Baby. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on, baby. Yeah, gotta get on. Come on, baby, gotta get on. Baby. Feel the groove, get on the floor. Get on.
Get your ass over here. Yeah, you got my car. Yeah, you got my car. I'm going to pull them dreadlocks. They look like shit locks.